every society that has been transformed, it has come from a leader who is one of them, but is an outsider.
All right, so this goes to the people that want to Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia. So we're a stranger and now we're a slave. A big class where you're outside and near Dr. Mensah Otabil at the response. But we're joining Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia not on the campaign trip. No, to the people that want to say, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is stranger and 20 million lead NPP. Dr. Mensah Otabil, as main country said, to you, these people know Amoka Sansa Wenu. Obia will develop a crew. So we come coding be example. Says we come biswa. And penny for you do a develop crew. They are not from that particular crew. They are strangers. They are outside it. And there's a way nipa usia dia. One case will be a stranger and you married to me. No. So nipa no ebetimi aboa ebe development abakonu dia and the sani pakonu. We don't call that person a common stranger. No. Your first sani pakonu say we a developer. We and someone Pastor Mensah Otabil. What they at to that. Near Bequa Aba. And when Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia answer the response, I said the people are almost common and that's what this uncle say. One no Muhammad Bawumia was a stranger and as outsider. Every class were slaves near the idea. Now I don't know what to say. The people are almost answer one more new to NPP Amiyukun. One more name NPP Amiyukun, and Munshi say, one more name history, a one NPP Amiyukun. It is a what here would they die or monkey canco. Say woman name Amiyukun history. They wouldn't voice that statement. Ewo enfro monu. Nebuzia, yan kon kofa boba bako enkum ni mami yentie Dr. Mensah Otabil. Na yentie Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia. Neso response Emra.
If we pray and pray and pray and pray, and collectively we are not seeing the transformation, we should pause and ask ourselves, what are we not doing? Not that the prayer is wrong, but what else are we not doing? Pray, but think. And in my life, Pastor Yusuf, of all that I've studied, and I'm not the best in the world, but everything I've studied, and I've studied a lot, believe you me. If I show you the kinds of things I read every day, you say, why are you reading this? I need to understand. I need to understand the empires of the world. Why did they become great? How did the Persians become great? How did the Phoenicians make it? How did the Aztecs make it? What do we need to do? And there is one thing I can say conclusively. Every society that has been transformed, it has come from a leader who is one of them, but is an outsider. I've never seen a conforming leader bring about any change. He's one of them, but he's an outsider. He thinks different. And sometimes he thinks different so much so that people think there is something wrong with him. He thinks different. So, how do leaders emerge? They emerge from an outside place. They don't emerge from where the majority of the people are. If you want to be in the majority, you can't be a transformational leader, because transformational leaders are essentially minorities and their thinking doesn't conform to everybody's thinking.
Now, if you look at the situation that we have in the party, all of us have helped this party, isn't it? Some people have lost their lives because of this party. I have also done a lot for this party, but sometimes you hear things that make you sad as an individual. Some of my opponents have gone around saying that Dr. Bawumia is a stranger in this party. They have said that I'm an outsider. Some even said that I was brought in as a slave in this party. Look, this party, this tribalism, that is what I call it. we should be very, very careful about it. The people who say those things don't know the history of our party. They don't know the history of our party. If you look at the history of our party, you see that the antecedents, we started with an amalgamation of parties from different regions that came together to form our party. The Northern People's Party with SD Dombo as the head. The National Liberation Movement with Buzia and Bafo Seyakuto there. The Muslim Association Party was there. The Togoland Congress under SG Anto was there. The Anlo Youth Organization under Modestus Apalu was there. The Gan Shifimo Pe under Obechebi Lamte was there. You know, all these came together to form the United Party. That is why we call it a United Party. And this is where we came. My own father was the vice chairman to SD Dombo. Dombo was the chairman of the Northern People's Party, and Mumuni Bawumia, my father, was the vice chairman to the Northern People's Party. And this is really the roots of our party that came into.
As we prepare to go into the primaries, I am very, very concerned and troubled that some of our presidential aspirants have embarked on a religious and tribal bigotry and propaganda against me in a desperate attempt to win votes. They totally ignore all the data and findings about why we lost the 2024 elections and want to mislead the delegates and the party with such propaganda. The one such issue that has come up, and I think it's important for all of us to know, is the Mamprosi Kusasi conflict. An aspirant has said that delegates should not vote for me because I am a Mamprosi man, and that we will lose votes in the Kusasi areas and other areas. This is very unfortunate and demonstrates a complete lack of understanding of the situation on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, since 1965, there have been 11 elections in Ghana. Since 1965. And the performance of the MPP in the our tradition, in the 6 Boku zone seats, there are 6 seats in the Boku zone. If you look at it, the performance is as follows. In 1965, our tradition had 0
Asante Abudi Crown.
At that time, I was only 2 years old. I had nothing to do with it. In 1969, we had 2 seats. In 1979, under the Tosu's leadership, we had 0 seats. In 1996, we had 0 seats in that area. In 2000, we had 1 seat. In 2004, under President Ford, we had 0 seats. 2008, we had 1 seat. 2012, under President Ford, we had 0 seats. 2016, we had 2 seats. 2020, we had 1 seat. And 2024, we went back to 0 seats. What all the data is saying is that out of the 6 seats in the MPP, out of the 6 seats, the 11 elections, MPP has 0 in 6 of the 11 elections. So this is not an area that is a stronghold of the MPP. If I took the whole Boku zone, the 6 constituencies put together, we lost just 30,000 votes in 2024. So you can't look, it is not the Boku election that made us lose 2024. And we need to be very clear about that the data shows that the Boku factor was not a factor in the outcome of the 2024 elections.
Abusent when in some prophet and I said Dr. Mensah Otabil waka edit to jar Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia and so Eddie be ever to us so stranger there. I don't buy that idea will be a stranger until we petumia yemfa emano. Ya waha and na a year John Dramani Mahama what appointed Chinese man who appointing Wagana or Tegana or a stranger. But so far as an economic don't ever call that person a stranger. Because Anna Mensah, Mensah Otabil, like I say, the people are almost developing grown crubino. Almost strangers. Boldly, yes, almost strangers. Almost krumafo. Strangers na the ideas ever. Emma Krono etimi developing. So the people are more for Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. So we are strangers. I think it's a wrong statement. And it is going to be like, as a tribalism politics. I know man for just Debbie. So Ebana Sa, and to the people after Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, strangers. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say, and the Muya ho when people have you. I a smart African media. Subscribe to YouTube channel. Thank you very much for choosing us to be your number one smart media and our smart YouTube channel.